do have first pick, and there's no Keeper Tempest in the pool. Wild Soul also being banned out. Leaves open that War Beast that we keep referencing. MVIP did lock him up last game, and I haven't really seen much War Beast play at all coming out of vdT. So if they want that War Beast, it's theirs, if they lock it up.
Yeah. Certainly. Parasite Rally Magma so far, though.
No Scout presence.
Yeah, we saw the Blind Man on the Scout the first game, so.
I guarantee you they want that rally. If they can get Mag as a secondary pick, they would snag that up. But Slicks is the one who locked both of them, so Magnus won't be in the normal pool, and can pretty much guarantee you Rhapsody and Empath. We saw him play Rhapsody in the...
Was that him yesterday? Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
So basically that says, hey, we know we'll get at least one support. If you try to take Empath from us, we'll get our Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with playing that. That's another niche support of his. And otherwise, we'll get Rally, basically. So lock the hero you guys want, because we're making it clear that we want. The question is Rhapsody strong enough for them to actually draft it out? Yes, it's an niche pick. Yes, it fills the lock pool.
Well, it depends.
But you're basically giving them their choice of 2 heroes.
Yeah, that again, it kind of depends how they draft too, I'm sure. So, with their initial picks going to the lock picking stage, depending on that flow. So, we'll definitely see here again. vdT down 1 game to nothing. Maybe also a chance of.
There's the War Beast.
Want to try to bust out some crazy strat here. War Beast is the final lock. Yeah.
Thing is, they get that Parasite in the War Beast likely too if they go for that rally, which my heart tells me they are going for it. Scout will need to be addressed here in the banning phase.
Yeah.
Probably more so. I'm wondering if they'll actually address it on the Hellborn or the Legion. Legion side, there's number first picks, which you want to pick up Scout, but then you're looking at passing up potential things like, say Pebbles is still on the board, Fate's still on the board. You're looking at a Master of Arms, Torture. There's a lot of things out there. So, yeah, they're just going to take out Scout because they're like, we want a different first pick. And in response, they would get a Scout plus something else, and we know they might even be able to run it better or just have a better timing of picking it. So,
going
to take it out. So, for Belly, definitely can run a Suicide Rally. More often than not, you see them running it in the mid.
Oh, you see how right the Swift played there initially. By Pee-wee, so you know that he has history with that hero as well. Maybe.
I wonder if he'd run. I don't think he'd run. We haven't really seen Kinesis since Jeppins.
Oh, Kinesis, no.
And no, Jeppins used to love playing the hero.
There was the Jeppins phase, yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, but then even that died out, so
yeah,
haven't really seen it since that.
Going through options. There's Engineer.
So I like this hero, I like this hero, I like this hero, I like this hero. Oh, this hero's my favorite.
This one.
He's like, but give me this one. I am going to smash with this one. Okay, but back to the banning phase. Deadwood taken out alongside Lodestone Engineer, so first pick options. We're still looking at remaining available. Master of Arms Tort, especially. You go potential Moon Queen carry. Once again, the Moon Queen, the artillery phase seems to have been dying off a little bit. Some teams still favoring it.
Yeah.
We saw SG was loving picking up that Moon Queen when it was still available still. They actually ran it a little bit different, though. They'd a lot of times put Slicks in sort of like a dual lane, Moon Queen mid.
Yeah.
Try to pick the farm that way.
That's true, yeah.
vdT, a team that's, the Nighthound. Recently there was a thread in the competitive forums, too, made where some players gave their input about Nighthound and whether or not he could be a potential hero. And well, I know a lot of players that actually I have some respect for do think the hero is quite powerful.
He could dish out a lot of quick damage.
Actually, a number of players I know are playing him a lot on their alternate accounts out of DMM2, just experimenting with him. And he has insane damage output. 1 or 2 shotting support heroes is very possible.
Interesting, too, you know, banning both Engineer and Glacius even on top of that at vdT, so really taking out support options. Obviously, you still got a Luna on the board as a very viable one, but, of course, Torture is still there, Pyromancer, there's still plenty there, I guess, in the more I'm looking at it, of course.
And, Pebbles, I was going to say. And if they can get something like a Pebbles or Luna, they don't necessarily have to sacrifice all of their options here.
Yeah.
They have been known to run dual lane setups a lot. And
Master's still there, jeez. Oh, look at that, too, taking the Monkey King themselves. Ooh.
Yeah.
Gonna say, you know what?
No, but
talk about
they knew that.
A lot.
They knew that, and they gave it to them as such. So, not a surprise. A Luna would help mitigate the presence of the Master's Shield a bit, especially for Pebbles combos, thanks to the red power throw. Pretty much negates the effects of the shield. You can see those abilities sort of working against each other.
Yeah.
when something like a Pebble Scomper, someone's going for the burst. Besides that, in terms of what's on the board, I'm just looking at that Torture. Yeah, the Torture and the Aluna are big ones, on top of the big carries.
I know Moon was, I believe Moon was the one that played Monkey King yesterday for this team when they were playing the tournament. So
PB needs his hero.
Yep, there's Gemini still on the board. I know he's playing that a bit lately.
Mentioned the Sandwraith as well.
Yeah.
Swift, Pred. There's a number of options.
We saw Silhouette yesterday.
Silhouette yesterday. That was in a different kind of lineup, though.
If you're going for Rhapsody, maybe something like a Zephyr even.
He's
Ooh,
not.
look at that.
There's no way.
Maybe against the Monkey King to just drain his...
Shadow. There's no way.
You don't think Corrupted?
He might. I mean, it would just be...
It doesn't seem like his style of hero. Like, he's not really crazy action-oriented, but... the Gemini. There's the Wretched Hag. Pick up first.
They did lock it last game along with the Monkey King. Remember
Yeah.
that, so... It has definitely shown trend of sort of favoring that
Berserker.
potentially.
Oh. There's the Gemini to finish things off. So, sure enough. Obviously putting a lot of thought there, but...
Right now you look at 3 heroes that essentially have a blink. 2
Yeah.
built in with the Gemini and the Wretched Hag and Pebbles who, well, ideally be put in a situation where he'll get it very fast.
Yeah.
So this opens up for them to have a... Looks like it could very well be... Wow. Yeah, they're going to pretty much have to suicide that and just run some lanes. Suicide the Hag. Or run an aggressive lane. That's always an option, too.
Mm-hmm. Do they go...
Do they go for what?
Well, I'm actually thinking now.
Well,
yeah,
the Parasite
this
plus
is-
Aroma is an option still.
That's what I was thinking. Parasite here, and then finish with the last support and go aggressive Pebbles or Gemini even. Try with
they
a
gave up. Yeah, they gave up
support.
their potential rally draft here.
Yeah,
because they were running
that's-
very differently. So they're gonna go for the empath set. Okay, so they gave up their potential rally draft. Might have let its way to Parasite as support, but yeah, just
I don't know if I
seems
like
an
that
awkward.
either, though.
Yeah,
Even
it felt
the-
like they locked both support options, so they couldn't get outpicked with supports.
Yeah, and they kind of...
Cool.
They still got a Luna Master of Arms. I mean, either one of those could be a great filler in that role.
Well,
Ideally.
exactly. What if they actually picked the empath, the Parasite there? I mean, Rhapsody there. Actually shut him down. So how did they get it laid along just fine? And yeah, Rally and Warbeast to finish things off in that pool. I don't think they'll complain. See if Kazu's going to wind up playing that Warbeast. I have a feeling he will.
So again, you could go the Parasite here, kind of aggressive trial, and you'd figure they'd have to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say when they were sacrificing the Rally pick, we basically was like, okay, they have to want Parasite, right? Because they're giving up Rally. They're giving up Rally. And it looked like they picked Empath as support, so they wouldn't maybe have 2 supports drafted against them and be left with nothing.
Yeah.
Only these bulky strength heroes. Of course, you can maybe make do with something like a Rally and a Parasite in that case, and have the Rally play more of a supportive role. If you came down to, he does have a versatile skill set. You could, if you're in a desperate situation, you could get by.
Yeah.
I believe, but yeah, not wanting to follow that trap, they picked up the Empath and then finished things off with the Parasite being left open.
Yeah, this definitely feel like MVIP got a comfortable, very comfortable, and a powerful draft in the end themselves. So we'll see how they manage to play it now. Obviously, Moomiator is going to be playing Monkey King, by the way.
I feel like they have a much more straightforward draft, capable of a lot of burst damage, a lot of team fight potential.
Mm-hmm.
And the Legion side, it's there, but the way it fits together doesn't seem like it's so easy to execute.
Yeah. Okay.
So I do worry for...
That's a Rally? Holy crap.
Is it the Hunter? Or the Rift? I don't even know what's Hunter. I think it's
That
the
is
Hunter.
a big freaking sword. Jeez.
Doesn't it have the eye on it? Yeah.
It does,
like
yeah.
Creature parts. Yeah.
That is intimidating, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they use like creature parts for their armor weapons there. The Hunters.
It's wrong. It looks like they're going to be running the aggressive trialing themselves. Or at least perhaps early on. You got...
they're making sure Kazu remembers the Scout with Wolves here.
Oh, boy. Anyone
Okay, anyway.
Forms, I mean, knows what's going on there. Speaking of the Wolves, they're going to die right there, but we're scouting out initially.
Dewey's
They are going to... Okay, so Curdy, he does go boots on Parasite. He is going to be in his own jungle, though, it looks like. Or is he? Okay, actually he's heading towards the opposition. So not going to be a tri-lane setup by any means here top, but going to give himself position and maybe set up ganks in the middle, even the top lane if it calls
Who are you
for
talking
it.
about?
Parasite.
Oh, yeah. They pretty much have to run this Hex. And one thing, they don't have, like, the easiest lineup to gank for. I mean, yeah, they have... I mean, look, it's like Hag and Parasite, like... I don't know. It's not like when they've been running some of these lines before. They got the Magnus. They had the Rally when they were running like the Junglist ones. They had a bunch of heroes that could just really easily crush early on. I'm just not feeling the burst presence. Yeah, I mean not that Hag and Pebbles don't, but it's just the lockdown on top of the burst and just trying to fit all the skills together. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're seeing this Mag, Pyro, Luna,
Yeah.
you know, Rally, Master. It's not so direct.
Yeah. I definitely see where you're coming from, and I also wonder how VDT, if they are going to ultimately adjust to this, as far as the setup goes, because right now you obviously are outmatched here at the bottom lane. So do you make some swaps here, maybe send this ult to the top side, or just kind of deal with it for now and develop throughout this game? Because
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Luna and Master of Arms, of course, can easily just roam themselves and adjust as well.
There's Rev Ward available as well there on Warby, so we'll see whether he's trying to use that to block the spawn so he doesn't get parasited, or whether he's going to use it to deal with the pull.
Yeah.
As the Ward and the Rev.
Well, yeah, speaking of wards, I mean, you got the Rev Ward down here in the Legion jungle blocking the one camp. You got another ward site over here. And the third one actually, or that's actually the VDT's ward site there, but...
Yes.
So much for that.
Just
so much
deal
for
with
the
it.
map block.
Either way.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see what VDT does as far as the early adjustment here, if anything again. Let me just say, you know what, we'll have to deal with it in one way or another. Might as well stick with this. And obviously, ideally, try to get Parasite to get a kill early on as far as his gank potential goes, being in the Hellborn jungle here, so we'll see.
This is Warbeast against this Wretched Hag. Warbeast definitely going to be able to farm. Wretched Hag does have the extra regen, of course. Thought the tri-lane had an advantage bomb already, and it was going to give a hard time for Gemini. Look at that on top of the battle cry. Imagine a tri-lane with the battle cry presence, man. That is insane.
Yeah. That is going to be very difficult to deal with, to say the least. See the ultimate Monkey King avatar coming out here from Moon Meander.
Might see a quick rotation from this empath and sort of being forced to give up on farm from Gemini. Another thing interesting to note.
Ooh, they have
Shout out to we talked about it a little bit during the early phase of heroes that were left available, but shout out to Lazy Inks. I don't think we picked it up, but no one did draft Fade this game. We mentioned the heroes that were available still didn't actually get banned out, but
we had that great stat from Crowslaw about, I think it was like 97 of the 150 games from DreamHack were banned on 152.
A little bit of insight as to why, though, just didn't fit in with what each team's plan was for the game. I mean, they picked Monkey King, potentially denying vdT that Monkey King spot there. Along with the rally draft, they needed to be in the rally, so there's no room for the Fade there. They still want that late game presence and the overall lineup balance. And the Hellborn team, the Legion team, they could maybe they needed their suicide, so drafting the Wretched Hag for it instead. And
let's get it on.
Initially, with that fast Pebbles draft, you could say, hey, maybe they should pick Fade and Pebbles instead of Pebbles if that was their thing, but be lacking a little bit of burst here. So this neither team was able to find a place for that Fade in this game.
Yep, not this time around.
Their mid hero is already being chosen.
I was also just checking the other game real quick. The game 3 has started for Lions versus IG, and you see it here, the rosters, or the lineups even and whatnot. So you got the Haxorn playing the Moon Queen, but interesting one of Lions. You got Soul Reaper, Lodestone, Keeper, Rally. I mean, that's a beefy lineup all across the board there for Lions. So again, we'll keep a close eye on that. As the winner of that plays the winner of this. Yeah, it's just starting there on that side.
Okay.
So, yeah, as far as this game is concerned, you do see the early adjustment. Empath obviously going mid. And going to make this a 2 versus 1 at least for now. Of course, expect our Hellborn side to either send Master or Luna maybe to that middle lane. Kind of silly to have them all three down here still at this point, but
Especially versus Gemini, who has a lead back.
escape, yeah.
Still, we normally see Gemini thrive when given that strong early farm. What happens when you actually contest him?
Yeah, well, we're going to find out here.
A couple things I can say about that is, well, he does have a strong skill set. In a game like this, don't expect necessarily to see Elemental Force leveled up as much. If you see it maybe 1 point early, otherwise, I expect to see him just definitely prioritize the stun and the nuke.
Yeah.
They have more of that early presence in spite of being boxed out of farm.
Yeah, both for fighting and for just farming in the jungle and whatnot.
He's rotating quickly.
Yeah, so they are going to make an adjustment here. He ran right past Ward of Sight, so it's pretty obvious. Oh, going back now. Okay, so...
He's maybe seeing that they could converge and pick off on this Master, but
okay.
not finding the angle. He knew he wouldn't get experience down there anyway, so...
Might as well try to be useful.
And at least he's getting something done here.
Mm-hmm.
Stacking that camp, and there's no Ward blocking it out.
Oh, geez, Ergo getting pretty low right there. Monkey King, of course, with the Battlecry buff is working. And speaking of that, KZ does have the level 2 Battlecry here with the level 1 Wolves.
It's not only the damage, I mean it is the damage, but it's also that Battlecry gives the other lanes better lane control as well in terms of the creeps.
Yeah.
Oh, extra damage factoring into denies as well, and you're able to pull your lane back that much faster as you're hitting harder.
Mm-hmm.
So, this has a number of benefits that have a resounding impact on the game.
Yeah, and again, Wildsoul playing in the short lane this time as well, so... Or not Wildsoul, Warbeast, excuse me. Playing in the short lane this time and actually runs right into Wretched Act right here, and I missed the boneless kill in the middle lane. I apologize for that. Pebbles goes down. Wall coming out from Empath, trying to maybe get a turn kill on a tank effect. Not going to happen, though. And he'll activate the health potion to be fine, so I got completely sidetracked there. Meanwhile, back to the top lane, though. Warbeast is now in some trouble. As Parasite and Wretched Act are chasing, the haunt is going to be applied. Parasite Leech buff, or Leech comes out, and yes, of course it's going to be enough to take out Warbeast in the end. Wall from Empath right there on Luna. He's going to take a charge shot. The Hellhounds are still nearby. And actually, Empath is in some trouble. The Fork Lightning comes out, trying to get himself a kill. No! KZ gets credit for it right there. But now Master of Arms in some trouble. So their pursuit is going to continue. Now take events like, okay, now it's my turn to try to get myself killed. But Pink Curdy not going to let that happen. So a lot of exchanging going on right away here.
They got something out of it at least. So yeah, KZ holding the top lane, sitting those dogs down, and excellent hero blocking, additional damage coming out. So Warbeast, global presence not only through the Battlecry but also those hounds.
Yeah. Man, a lot of back and forth there.
Each team has a power dog of their own.
True that, true that. But yeah, Master of Arms and Luna, they were in the middle lane for a little bit right there, and obviously getting occupied, so it freed up some time for Gemini to get some farm, but you see even still only 5 and 2, now 5 and 3 creep score.
Yeah, freeing up some farm is going up against a rally here with level 2 battle experience, a hatchet, and
not the best. And actually, Master of Arms going to come in with the stun as well. There's the Twin Fang, so of course he will be fine in the end. But continuing the harassment. But yeah, you're right, especially with that Battlecry buff on Rally, it's just he still could take a lot of harassment from him alone. And actually, they might dive right here. Compel, it doesn't hit, actually. The Twin Fangs is going to be used, and Pee-wee might be able to make his getaway. Master of Arms trying to get close enough for a charged shot, but it just seemed like he couldn't. And that'll be that, so.
It was close, just out of reach, so
yeah.
Pee-wee. Excellent footsie's coming up, but still, it doesn't matter. He survives, but it's not like they lose anything for a gank attempt on him. They didn't really waste any farming time. Luna going to try to get out before Parasite's able to do the body block, and
oh, Pebbles coming in now. Ooh, nice sidestep right there.
Will it be enough? Another slow will be coming out to the top of the wall.
He's like, come on. There's only so much I can do. Nova, good attempt early on, but yeah, just too much. Empath coming in and ruins the day for him, so. Does end up being a kill for support, playing that Empath. Gets credit for it. Monkey King, though, he'll gladly take that farm time in the middle lane.
Early Striders picked up by Pinky Cardi. A little bit unconventional lately in terms of how Parasites are choosing to build. We saw in the previous game, too, his Parasite went for the Energizer instead, so.
Yeah.
Sort of forging his own style here. Not sure if I. Just yet, we'll see how it pans out. Making a statement that he wants to be active early with these Striders. Maybe even going to the enemy woods as he's moving up to the top lane here.
Yeah, running up here. 6-minute rune coming soon, but
still.
Not going to camp that yet.
Look at KZ in that placement of that ward of sight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, that makes more sense. It runs right over it and not going to happen. Again, 6-minute rune is going to spawn, though. We go back up top. Monkey King also going for it, though. Just at the bottom, you see the leech going to come out to scare him off, and it is going to be a haste. Monkey King will gladly pick that up. Speaking of him, I mean, again, this lane started out really a 2 versus 1. I know there's been a lot of lane swapping in general, but just look at that middle lane matchup and how it's just being dominated by Monkey King here. 33 and 14 compared to 14 and 2 on Pebbles. So,
I remember initially they set it up to try to go in Pebbles' favor. They had Empath rotate. Still, they had the Master Arms and the Luna come for a gank, and on top of that, the Battle Cry and the amazing Monkey King attack animation. Giving him the advantage now, especially after that kill.
Yeah, level 3 Battle Cry now coming out.
Now there's a haste rune in the Monkey King as well as the Battle Cry, so it's completely boxing him out of the lane. Does he have enough gold for boots even? No.
Bottom lane, Master of Arms and Ludo both back down here, trying to find any opportunity. Both of them have boots. Speaking of that, Empath still struggling to get boots himself. He's actually just doing the pull in the meantime and going to get some lane positioning back. The Water Rep's going to spot both the Luna and Master of Arms. We'll see if maybe they get a turnaround because Parasite's here. He's level 6 wall up right there to Master of Arms. There's a face hug on top of the leech. And yes, they will get the 1 kill, but at what cost right here? Rally comes in. The seismic slam in the face of Empath gets the turnaround. So it ends up being a 1-for-1. God, that is a big skin, man. That thing is just massive.
You're used to seeing it out of some other heroes.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, but yeah, that's...
Monkey King going balls to the wall right here. Will he get the kill first? Oh no, he's going to try to run away now with the haste rune. Yes, the leech comes in from Parasite and Monkey King will fall. Meander thought, and understandably, he definitely almost got the kill, but Pebbles using the jungle there a little bit.
That's kind of always the story of Moon, though, in watching his games. He tries to make big plays. Sometimes they succeed and will do wonders for his team. Other times it's like, you just sort of gave him a chance here now.
Gave them a nice kill, and Pebbles a much-needed kill. In fact, he didn't even get the kill, though. He got the assist, but still. And he actually has to go back himself, so he's not even really able to take advantage, per se, of the free farm time.
Well, to keep an eye for it, supposedly this rally ultimate animation is really cool.
Yeah.
For
I
this
mean,
skin.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you actually see it?
Yeah,
So
we
sword
saw it go
slam.
off.
Okay.
It didn't anything
Didn't look
deep
anything crazy,
necessarily.
just like normal.
Yeah, the skin itself is just massive. You know what he reminds me of, actually, that guy from, I barely play the game, but Soul Calibur?
Nightmare.
Nightmare, is that his name? Yeah, the big dude
Nightmare
with the
and
big
Siegfried,
sword.
and Nightmare's the one with the
Big sword. Doesn't have an
giant
eye on it as well, I think,
yeah.
even? So
Yeah, it does.
pretty similar, yeah. Do you have it? Okay, Monkey King in the meantime in the middle lane gets a double damage rune off. He's going back in. Oh, but Gemini joins our party, and little did he know he gets taken out. The Wolves are going to be split up. One stun comes out. There's the second leap, and Master of Arms will fall. So vdT is starting to really pick up the aggression now, and it is paying off here for Vietnamese Dream Team. All 5 of them here in the middle lane. They're probably going to push it with that said. So things coming together pretty nicely for vdT.
Yeah, we mentioned the early Strider's building up from Parasite too, but he has been active here, setting up a total of 7 kills. He's been part of every single kill for his team. On top of that,
wow, yeah.
already getting pretty close to his Codex. I mean, just needs the recipe at this point. They're getting the tower. Or will they? At a sacrifice, potentially. They're still staying in.
He goes with a stun. He gets a tower kill. But I think Zergo, yeah, it is going to cost him his life in the end.
Just wanted to make sure it didn't get denied for his team.
I mean, I guess you could say kind of worth it.
Selfless
act.
act.
But selfless act, but still a kill for MVIP at least. Get something out of it. But, yeah, it was looking scary for vdT, obviously, again, very early on, but the laning phase was seeming to go poorly for them. However, that has changed now.
Look at the item build from Pee-wee.
Oh, yeah.
Given the resistance, actually adapts it quite a bit. And
Not
mentioned him skipping the Elemental Force, and surely enough, he is just going straight for the nuke and the Twin Fangs. And that's because, once again, he doesn't have that free farm, is relying more on the early nukes to have presence.
Yeah. It's unfortunate we can't see the cooldowns one out of the split up of the Wolves. Or I guess
the individual cooldowns.
Yeah,
they're pretty quick, though. It's like 10 seconds.
But yeah, going the Bracer build here. This isn't the broken Gemini phase, though, so.
It still works, man.
It still works, though.
I don't know if you've seen Testy play Gemini since the change, but he likes to go for that tanky up route still, and it actually does work.
Well, I know a lot of people just say,
well.
you just beef up with the strength, of course, with the armor penetration that you get from the passive. It makes sense.
You're seeing at 1700 health when you hit level 2 ultimate.
Yeah.
If they don't AoE your wolves, you manage to recombine.
Oh, the Ice Wolf here. But, Monkey King went the wrong direction, it looks like initially. He's trying to get back together. but he couldn't do it in time. So good kill nonetheless from Too Much Sugar at the bottom lane. Yeah, Monkey King, it looks like he started a little bit at the beginning, but didn't matter in the end.
PB had split off at the time, was trying to maybe set something up with the other wolf, and they found an angle. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, yeah, now I see the animation. Actually, Pebbles can't get away. The bottle charges Stalagmites. He's going to barely get away. Power Supply going to be easy. Chucks Rally back away from him. No compel for another 3 seconds. And Slicks cannot chase him down. So great job by Zergo there to get away. But yeah, it's a two-handed. He actually goes 2 hands with the sword.
Yeah, and slams it right there.
Yeah, so that is pretty cool, I guess. But anyways, good getaway by Zergo, though. Yet again, who's had a struggling start himself, but he is recovering here. No doubt. Level 4 Battlecry is up, of course, level 9 Warby, so he's level 4 both now. Battlecry and the Wolves. And actually, look at, speaking of Fabella, we haven't talked too much about Wretched Hag here, but Hag's actually had a great game so far.
Well, yeah, she's been up against the Warbeast here in the top, though. And
yeah.
Speaking of who else is having a great game or being a 1v1 matchup, is Warbeast sitting at 340 gold per minute.
True, both
and
are.
steroiding his team.
Both are doing well. Pebbles coming over here to the triple stack Ancients. They might try to want to get him to take them out to get closer to that portal key, of course.
It's the Abyssal Skull now.
On Warbeast, yep. And actually, who's purple? That's Gemini. So Gemini gets the majority of those kills right there at the Ancients. Doing it as a team, though. The teamwork coming out. So we'll see if Gemini maybe still goes at Energizer as far as his next build-up here, or may change it up completely.
Yeah, given the situation, might.
Portal key I just saw. Okay, he sold it though, never mind.
Yeah. For Rally, no, he's going to go with it.
Is he? Okay.
So keeping up with that early aggression. So he's grabbing a portal key.
Yeah.
And he got it from the side shop instead. That's why he sold it. He was having the courier go to the side shop. So he's already in position here. Wretched Hag has to be careful. Meanwhile, Monkey King.
In the meantime, yeah, finds Empath. Oh, a nice wall-off right there next to the block coming out from Wretched Hag. He's trying to use the Slick to stay alive. Not going to happen, though. Now Wretched Hag actually, the belly might need to be careful. There's that portal key from Rally. Can he compel Monkey King maybe? No, he can compel himself. Oh, but the blade! What? Oh, he waited a little bit too long right there.
Monkey King, too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It seemed like that would have been the obvious choice, but oh,
it looked like he was waiting for it for a while.
Wretched Hag blinks at the last second.
Oh, excellent escape. And a missed kill opportunity, but still, they killed the.
Look at the tower.
The Luna dropped in the end, and on top of the. Oh, not the Luna dropped on. Wait, how did Luna die?
Luna was
Pinky
at the bottom
Curdy.
lane.
Okay, it got picked off by Pinky Curdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked off the Empath initially. Monkey King tried to walk through the wall and managed to get the Wanjim slam down too.
Speaking of Pinky Curdy, he already has a Codex. Pebbles jumping in, Poor coming in as well. Empath in the background. Gonna be seismic step in the face, but at what cost right here? Slicks might be in some trouble. Yes, it looks like he is gonna go down. Warby's chasing Metamorphosis, wants the tower kill at least. No, they're not gonna get it. Nice up with the twin phase attack, not catching though. Just short right there. I thought he actually got it for a second, but
it is misgauging the movement speed quite a bit of that hasted Warbeast. So it was close, but in the end, Kizu going to be fine. And is he porting to the bottom lane to pick up farm now too? Just relentless in his approach.
I was saying though, Pinky Curdy, he is now 5-0-4 here, being involved in every single kill steal, and he has a Codex out of it.
Every single kill steal.
Kill steal.
Okay, sorry. I was like, you think of Parasite, the Codex,
stealing all over the place.
Yeah,
that's why he's doing so good. No.
Standard Pinky Curdy.
Gemini does get the Soul Scream ring, so yeah, he's still going to be going the Energizer here. There's a follow-up now. A question, I mean, I assume I know, but so with Gemini, if Empath jumps inside, then he splits up, I assume it just goes off?
Yeah, it has to.
Of course.
Maybe Empath will enter a state of non-existence.
Maybe she just gets removed from the game.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Glitches out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should jump right on there.
So Energizer's finished right there, speaking of that. Wretched Hag, again, the game that Fabelli's continued to have. It's up there. But at the same time, you got Monkey King, Rally, and Warbeast all dominating themselves. 3,000 gold on Moomianer, by the way. Playing the Monkey King, so he's saving up pretty big here. 3,400 gold now. He sells something. He's going to pour it in. Okay, straight up Assassin Shroud, apparently. That's what he's going for here.
Clearly they want to keep the aggression up. They have the Portal Can Rally, the Assassin Shroud on him. And look at that damage. Jeez.
Yeah, Pebbles did not stand a chance right there. Not much else Empath could have done. It's just way too quick. And
You know, with the seismic slam burst on top of it all.
Or is it actually? Face are going to be the Twin Fake misses, but it doesn't matter. The breath is going to be enough right there. Warbeast off inside. Metamorphosis comes out, and Empath falls right off the bat. Gemini going to be locked down. Marksman shot, not Marksman shot, but the charge shot hits him. Can Gemini actually escape? 3 seconds on that Twin Fangs. Energizer not up, but he's actually going to make go balls to the wall. Wait, Wretched Egg with a bat blast in the background. Defensive Master's call on Rally. Wretched, or Gemini going to jump back in. Twin Fangs, yes, it will connect. Doesn't even matter. Oh, he gets the credit, actually. So Pee-wee gets credit for the kill. And now Master of Arms on the run down here. It looks like he might be able to make the getaway. No mana for the Homecoming Stone just yet, but he's being sneaky. And I think Tankafed is ultimately going to survive, but...
And there's the Codex.
Codex level 2 now?
2, yep.
Yep.
Keeping it upgraded.
On the way.
Gemini got the Energizer already up to 1,100 extra gold as well, so...
Oh, the Career might spot him here.
Oh, no.
That would have been devastating.
It's going to be fine. Empath. Nothing new there. Monkey King has the Shroud up, though. He's going to find Empath sitting out.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Down she goes. Oh, my. He still had half the combo left. It didn't even matter.
Empath was there, and then she was gone.
Yep, so.
Chidag with the light brand purchase.
Gotta be careful. Parasite.
Uh-oh.
Monkey King just killed your teammate. Pebbles.
Oh, Rowley does pick up the kill. Let's actually look at this middle lane initiation. There we go. And actually nice stalagmites by Zergo. And now Moon's the one going to be on the run. And he will be fine. But yeah, at the meantime, at the top lane, Wretched Egg does get picked off by Slicks, using that portal key aggressively, of course. And
he had his level 2 ultimate.
Yeah, he had the offensive master's call as well. So.
Yep. And yeah, that's another good. We like to bring it up, but the Rally Master of Arms combination. Another thing, rounding out the draft. Sure, they grab Pebbles, but in the end, they gave up the Rally, which we thought, you know, okay, they put this Rally in this pool because they want it, but in the end, they were forced to grab the Empath, afraid they might not get it.
Yeah. Gave
them a free Master of Arms Rally.
Yeah.
The offensive and defensive mixed capabilities of both heroes, just so incredible. Put them on the same team together. It's an easy way to round out any lineup.
Speaking of Master Arms, again, able to get Steam Boots early on, working on an Energizer now even, so. Moonmaker continuing, he's doing less of the flash farming Monkey King like we see Pee-wee do a lot, and instead just continuing to go around with this Assassin Shroud, and really looking for kills here. He's
saving his mana more for the kills rather than the...
I mean, you have a Warbeast that's farming even better than you now, 430 gold per minute from Keizu.
Battlecry's assisting in his neutral clearing as well.
Of course. He's going to have a shrunken head on Warbeast here shortly. Wow.
On top of the Abyss Skull and those Steam Boots, yeah. And wasn't like he was in a high resistance lane, it was a 1v1 top, and but Jag was not able to box him out.
Monkey King again going back in. Is this going to work out? The Wretched Egg and Parasite chasing. And there's the shot. The flash up backwards right into Monkey King with the combo. Down goes Hack. Parasite tries to get the counter kill. Not going to be enough, though, in the end. Double tap for Tankafed. Actually, happened to get both those kills right there with Master of Arms. But
the other thing to note about that, though, not only did they manage to pick up 2 kills, they killed the 2 strongest heroes on the Legion team.
And now here goes combos.
That was the first death there on Parasite.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Bonus gold there. So huge pick off. You saw the effects of the Shroud. He rushed it this game, making a beautiful use of it.
Monkey King will get the token. There's the shrunken head on Warbeast. Ouch. I mean, you got a Parasite. Pinky Curdy, even with that death, he has a level 3 Codex, so he's still farming well. But yeah, Gemini continues to still build up. I mean, it's definitely, he gets the second bracer, he finishes off the Gravelock, so just going all sorts of stats here. I was gonna hear like Gemini makes sense, but
yeah, he's trying to build up as much as he can. Well, he didn't get the high farm he normally has, and his team's just trying to win any team fight they can right now. Still, on the Hellborn team, they're building up directly to scale insanely into the late game. You see the portal key on Rally. Gonna have a shrunken head before long.
Yeah.
Didn't need the Helm of the Black Legion this game, so he was focusing on that offensive play, and that's fine. I mean, right now, still has 1,500 health, still has the vestments. It's not like he's extremely vulnerable. I actually like to see the Helm skip sometimes because a hero like Rally, especially when you're looking at offensive masters call being on the same team. Uh-oh.
Parasite, can he maybe get a counter kill here? At least go for it. No, he cannot! I think he might have actually even leached one of the snotters right there or something, but
It wouldn't have mattered.
yeah, obviously it didn't matter in the end. Monkey King again, just way too much
What?
damage. And
Oh,
did
the
they
War
kill somebody
Beast
else?
was
Yep.
chasing down the Empath, so Empath pretty much sandwiched there between War Beast and Monkey King.
It's getting out of hand very quickly for vdT, and if they don't slow this down shortly, then it's going to be a big deal. Now, Pebbles gets the portal key finally. He's had it now for a minute or so, I believe, so. You know, Zergo has that threat now at least, but I mean, even just like last game, you got the supports over here. Both Master of Arms and a Luna, man. I mean, Luna has a tablet and Striders. Master of Arms, he's got an Energizer coming up here, as well as the Mystic Vestments and Steam Boots. Both definitely getting respectively tanky themselves.
I've got to say, just once again, for having the first pick this game, I didn't like the situation vdT found themselves in when it came to the lock pull and how their draft lineup turning out. We said at the start, just in terms of picking up kills and how they'd make things work, their lineup was a lot more awkward.
Yeah.
You can look at the Hellborn team and just look at it and you're already like, holy shit, there's another pick off on the Pebbles. Doesn't stand a chance, but you can look at it and say, holy shit, they scale incredibly well into the late game.
Yeah.
They're going to have strong presence all throughout. You know, massive amounts of disable, massive amounts of direct burst damage.
Oh.
Chase.
This is Slicks playing
I
on the
know.
high MS, somehow able to dodge the face hug right there with the portal key. And actually is going back in with that haste to Capella up in 7 seconds. Monkey King is also in pursuit. They want to catch this Parasite of Striders. He's going to infest the creep right there. You see the creep, though. Oh, again, Monkey King kind of goes the other direction with it. And in the end,
He's playing it safe in the end.
Pee-wee's going to be fine, but, or not Pee-wee, but Pinky Curdy. Again, though, here he goes back in again. He's going to try to find Wretched Hag here. Oh, no, Hag.
Try to and succeed in finding her. There's Rally has the portal key.
Oh, there you go.
In
Oh,
5.
the blink
Not
at the
yet.
last second, yeah.
Yeah, no, Rally was still 5 seconds off portal key. Instead, going to be using it to clean up the Ancients. There's a ward placed by support. I don't think it's getting vision, though, of the Ancient itself. They're actually going to see him walk up there, though, and they're killing it fast enough, so won't matter there. That was, wait.
I am not ready. I am ready. I kind of wonder if that's maybe some frustration even, but you know, you have a 10,000 gold and experience right now for MVIP, and you know, you kind of look at last game too. You got to remember that as well. Both teams fighting to the very end. vdT even at the very end looked like they've been able to pull through and win, but obviously a big holds by MVIP. Eventually pushed back.
They were equalizing out the farm a bit, and Gemini was beginning to pick up, but they never were exploding. And still, the strength of the Hellborn team just continually, the War Beast over-farmed. We've seen the comeback games, the War Beast multiple times throughout DreamHack. We've seen it. I don't know. Just never really felt secure for their lineup from the start.
I mean, Gemini, the Ice Brand purchase, and the 1,000 gold saved up, so again, it's continuing to do at least what he can here to recover. And looks like vdT may resort now to the more of just clumping up strategy and pushing some towers in. But you already look at what MVIP is doing. They're already setting up the defense.
And now Rally has that newfound
Oh
shrunken
no,
head.
he twin fangs in right there. The breath comes out. Parasite off to the side. They're going full force. But here comes Rally. The demoralizing roar comes out. Parasite going to fall off the bat. Gemini is going to be on the right. Energizer is going to be used in the background. Monkey King finds him though. And Gemini going to try to make the getaway. He splits up right there, but it doesn't matter.
Seismic Slam is
He
still
falls
up.
shortly after. Sure is. Wretched Hack. Can she blink away in time? Yes, she can. GG well plays are already being called though. There's the vote to concede. And game number 2. A lot different than the first one, that's for sure.
Well,
Much
remember they are
quicker.
missing BN Sensation, and he is their normal captain.
Yeah.
Definitely will play a role in how a team performs. Captain spot is very important, of course.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know how their in-game synergy normally works, and BN Sensation's making the calls or making the draft or what have you in that role, but I'm sure it definitely played an impact as far as the synergy of this team. But still, MVIP, Slicks, Keizu, Moonmeander, Nova, and Tankavet.
Coming
Don't
through.
think that's their official new roster per se. Maybe it will be in the end.
Who knows?
Who are we to say? But playing together for this tournament at least,
Looking
damn,
good.
a very impressive comeback game 1 and a convincing game 2. Looking hot.
Yeah, they really are. Obviously, very deserving to move on to the grand finals now. And as far as who they play, again, it's either Lion Esports Club or Internet Gangsters that's going to be in the grand finals. They still are in game number 3, I believe.
Oh, it's
And actually,
ooh.
I would
Lions,
say
you mentioned the crazy defensive lineup they had.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're putting them on the brink of defeat. There are only 1 melee racks left.
it looks
2 range.
like
No
like
chance.
Lion is
Yeah.
more than likely going to pull through with that one.
Moon
So
Queen falling again.
instead of jumping into it ourselves, Coldcast
Yeah.
is covering that as well, so you can definitely head over there if you are interested in watching it. But we do have this special event now that we want to set up here and make sure that we can get into within a timely manner.
Is it going to take
so.
place